4th, 2026. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and have our student reps lead us? Okay, so this evening, our superintendent has a personal item, and he's not going to be able to join us, so we're going to start, as he normally does, with our celebration of excellence. So I'm going to take a little walk down here. It's an exciting evening because we have some very exciting celebrations. The first one we want to talk about are our top three graduates in this upcoming year. We have a valedictorian, salutatorian, and I learned this evening that the term essayist doesn't exist anymore. It is now called the Bronze Scholar. So we have the Bronze Scholar as well. So what I'd like to do is read a little bit about each of the students and have them come forward, and so we could have a little presentation. We'll start with the Bronze Scholar, David Chimura. David Chimura doesn't just love STEM, he lives it, thriving on challenge and discovery, blazing through his math curriculum 2 years ahead of schedule, advancing through Project Lead the Way, and leading 3 demanding teams, a Science Bowl math team and the Cyberknights robotics team. David brings focus, curiosity, and determination to everything he does. In robotics especially, he has distinguished himself not just as a programmer, but as a leader who elevates his team, spending countless hours designing, building, programming, and refining systems. Whether it's preparing for competitions, troubleshooting last-minute issues, or collaborating with teammates, David consistently steps up and contributes in meaningful ways. His drive is matched by his commitment for growth and teamwork. He embraces challenges as opportunities to learn and improve, approaching obstacles with resilience and problem-solving mindsets. And beyond his own pursuits, he is dedicated to supporting others, mentoring younger students in robotics, leading coding workshops, and volunteering in his community throughout all 4 years of high school. David is exceptionally well prepared for his next chapter, and he will be attending Northeastern University in the fall, where he plans to major in mechanical engineering and computer science. David, you want to come up? David Chimura, our Bronze Scholar. I'd like to present to you a certificate of excellence. This is for David Chimura, having duly qualified under the standards prescribed by the Southington Public Schools, is hereby awarded this certificate of excellence for the Bronze Scholar SHS Class of 2026. In witness whereof the seal of the Southington Board of Education and the signature of the Board of Education Chairperson and Superintendent of Schools are hereunto affixed this 4th day of June, 2026. David, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in graduation. Can't sit down yet. Have a seat. Why don't you go stand right up in the middle there? Not that you don't want to be right in the middle of the limelight, right? Thank you. Next, the salutatorian. Unfortunately, the salutatorian is not able to be here tonight. It's Andrew Nero. He had a previous commitment. He was unable to be here. But I would like to continue to read about Andrew so that everybody would hear about what he had accomplished as well. Andrew is a kind and considerate young man who consistently goes out of his way to support others and contribute positively to the Southington community. Earlier this year, he volunteered to show a new student around, helping them feel welcome and adjust to high school life. He is a disciplined student and a valued member of our student body. We've witnessed Andrew's resilience, humility, kindness, and dedication both inside and outside of the classroom. He has developed a strong interest in computer engineering and has taken meaningful steps towards this goal. As a member of Southington High School's Project Lead the Way program, Andrew assumed a leadership role, demonstrating initiative and the ability to collaborate effectively with his peers. In addition to his academic achievements, he is a member of the American Computer Science League. He also participated on the swim team and works with the SHS Technology Help Desk, where he assists students with technical issues. Andrew is a genuinely kind-hearted and dependable young man who is always willing to lend a helping hand. His strong character, work ethic, and commitment to both his studies and his community are what set him apart. Andrew is looking forward to attending the University of Connecticut this fall, where he plans to major in engineering. So congratulations to Andrew as well. And now to our valedictorian. Ethan, come on down.
All right.
Ethan Hoffman, valedictorian, the class of 2026. And a lot of other things, as we've heard over the years. Come on over here, man. Ethan is a dedicated student leader who has made a lasting impact on both in and out of the classroom of Southington High School. He is also the class president, student representative to the Board of Education, as well as the captain of the cross-country team. Ethan leads with passion. Ethan has also been a valued member as a board rep who has given us countless bits of information about the district, researching things that are going on, helping us to be better board members. He leads with passion, and he believes that if you're going to do something, you should do it your best and give it all of your ability. He puts in 100% effort into everything that he does. One of Ethan's greatest passions is his service to the community. Ethan has demonstrated this through his Eagle Scout project, which was to create a permanent garden stand outside of DePaulo Middle School. Ethan spent countless hours planning and designing the permanent structure and working with town officials to provide a lasting resource for DePaulo's Garden Club. When asked, Ethan said that service to my community and making it a better place is really important to me. More people should be thinking that way. In addition to leadership roles and community service, Ethan is the consummate learner. He is guided by deep intellectual curiosity. He continually seeks to expand his understanding on a wide variety of subjects, making him a well-rounded student. Ethan will pursue his passion for learning at Cornell in the fall and will be majoring in computer science at Cornell's College of Arts and Sciences. The College of Arts and Sciences will allow Ethan to expand his knowledge in the field of computer science, as well as allowing him to explore his appreciation for the liberal arts. Congratulations. So we get to give him a certificate of excellence as well, and this is to Ethan Hoffman, who is duly qualified under the standards prescribed by the Southington Public Schools, is hereby awarded the certificate of excellence for valedictorian for the Southington High School class of 2026. In witness hereof, the seal of the Southington Board of Education and the signature of the Board of Education chairperson and the superintendent of schools are hereunto affixed on this 4th day of June, 2026. Congratulations, Ethan. All right. We put them up there because now people can take some pictures if you'd like to take some pictures.
We'll have the parents come up then.
Yeah, you want to come up, get a better shot? Come on up.
Everybody's pictures. Everybody wants pictures.
Hey, would you like to get down?
Oh, we're gonna wait till we do the kids, and I'll get down, right?
Because I think that's
All right. Gentlemen, what an achievement. Congratulations. All right. Our second celebration this evening is to talk about our two student reps that will be leaving us there. They'll be graduating. One is Ethan, and one is Samrat Singh. Why don't you guys come down for a moment? The student rep position was formed many years ago. And the purpose of it is to get information from the student's perspective across the district. Not just the high school, but the high school, the middle schools, the elementary schools, and not just sports and dances and things like that, but what's really going on in the schools so that that information can come to us as a Board of Education and we can act upon it. And these guys have done a great job of that. They come and they give us good news, and they give us tough news, and they challenge us on certain things. Some things that we do that they say, why are you doing that? And that's why this position is so important to the board and to us learning and getting better and making the district a better place. So we, as a board, want to say thank you for the service that you've given us, for the time that you've taken out of your personal schedules to go out and do the research and do your homework and bring us that information. So we have, Ethan, we have another plaque for you. And it's, again, the same sort of information. It says, Certificate of Excellence to Ethan Hoffman and Samrat Singh, duly qualified under the standards prescribed by the Southington Public Schools, is hereby awarded the Certificate of Excellence for the Southington Board of Education student representatives for 25-26 and for 2024 through 26 for Ethan. Same signatures are on these as the other ones. The important part is to say thank you to both of you guys for all that you've done for us. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Would you like to make some parting comments?
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody on the Board of Education, Mr. Royan and Ethan for choosing me for this position. I recall a couple months ago when Mr. Darnowski had made his final remarks as a board member, and one of the things that I had mentioned afterwards is the number of times he said students inside his speech. And as a student, me and Ethan can both attest to being in this district for over 13 years now, and we can say thank you for being there for us, giving us the opportunity to actually support this community in a way that you guys had supported us, and being allowed to give the issues that we challenged you guys with was very personal to me, and I know I enjoyed it thoroughly throughout my time on the Board of Education. So thank you to everybody. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
I just want to follow that up with the same premise. Just thanking you guys for this opportunity to, voice the student body's concerns, and also Mr. Royan for giving us the space. Thank you guys for just hearing us out. Whether it came to the religious holiday stuff or taking trips to the Capitol with Ms. Clark. It was just a good time for the last 3 years. I learned a lot, and hopefully, I brought good stuff to the table. And as well, I hope that the next student body or student reps will do an even better job than me and Samrat did, and continue on and really bring issues to the table. Thank you.
And as a little token of our appreciation, we just want to say thank you from the members of the Board of Education and the administration. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and now we would like to introduce the next two board reps, and to do that, Archie Roy will do that.
Good evening, everyone. Before we get started, I want to say that it has truly been a pleasure serving on the Board of Ed with this past school year alongside Ethan and Samrat. Working with both of them has been such a meaningful experience, and I'm incredibly grateful for everything we have accomplished together. Throughout the year, they both have brought dedication, leadership, and a strong commitment to making sure the student voices in the Southington District were heard. As they move on from their high school and begin their college journeys, I wish them nothing but success and happiness in everything ahead, and I know they will both do amazing things in the future. As one chapter comes to a close, I'm excited to welcome our new representatives for the 2026 and 2027 school year. Our sophomore representative, Alexa Nowakowski, and junior representative, Murad Al-Khatib. I'm excited to work with them and see the ideas and perspectives they bring for our new school year. It is an honor to recognize the hard work that brought them here. After making it through a tough selection process with countless interviews and a hard form, they are now ready to represent the students of the Southington District. I know they will do an amazing job, and I look forward to everything they will accomplish this upcoming year. If you both can come up and say a couple of words.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm a sophomore at Southington High School, and a little bit about me is that I'm trilingual. I speak Polish, English, and French fluently. I'm the first generation in my family to live here in America, and English is my second language. I'm very happy that I'm able to serve the same community that helped me have the language skills I have today, and now I can succeed in a school like Southington. I'm also a proud president of the French Club and the Polish Club at Southington High School.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Murad Al-Khatib, and I'm honored to serve as your student representative for the upcoming school year. I am beyond grateful for this opportunity, and I'm very excited to work along with Alexa and Archie to represent the student voice and make a meaningful impact in our school community. Throughout my involvement as an advocacy officer for DECA and as secretary for Students for Progress, I've had the opportunity to work with students from different backgrounds, lead different initiatives, and advocate for issues that matter in the school community. As a student representative, I hope to create a bridge between students and the board and ensure that all student perspectives are considered. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to serving Stellington Public Schools.
Congratulations to both of you, and welcome. We look forward to working with you. All right, we're going to take a short recess now so the board can come down and meet you guys and congratulate the others, and we will reconvene shortly.
Not how we
Yeah. Yep. We are, yeah.
Hey, I pawned that off on Bob. Chris is gonna laugh because he's watching. It's great.
Oh, All right, folks, we are going to reconvene our meeting. Everybody is welcome to stay if you'd like, but don't feel like you need to. Thank you.
3 languages. Wow.
Crazy,
I
huh?
can barely speak it.
I know, and English is the second language. That's amazing.
Amazing.
That's just amazing.
That's really is amazing.
I know.
Okay, we're going to reconvene our meeting, and before we start, we'd like to ask for a moment of silence. This week, May 29th, we lost Thomas Gallo. Mr. Gallo was the school resource officer and the Southington Police Department DARE officer for the Southington Public Schools, and he retired in 2017. I think anybody that has interacted with Mr. Gallo or any of our SROs see the value in what these people do, the commitment they have to our students. So we ask for a moment of silence in Mr. Gallo's honor. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Brown, do you have a motion for us?
Mr. Chairman, I do have a motion. Move that we add item 10D, SHS World Language French Year 5, Unit 6 revised. in the agenda.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Okay. We're looking for a motion for approval of our minutes from
So moved.
May 28th, 2026.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Carmody, second by Mr. Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right, we're moving into public communications, and we'll start with our student board representatives.
Good evening, board members again. First off, I want to talk about the prom shop, which the Southington Community Services holds. This year, 76 dresses and suits were donated to the program, where any student in Southington can come and get a free suit or dress for prom. And this year, there was a record amount of donations following senior and junior prom. As well, the senior class has been celebrating many of the important milestones, including class day at Six Flags, class night, which was this Monday on the turf, senior prom, which was a couple weekends ago, and then the upcoming graduation ceremonies next Thursday on the 11th, which I'm sure everyone's going to be there. And then following graduation, seniors will have the all-night grad party, where they'll be able to celebrate safely with all their classmates. In addition, on this Tuesday, the choral program at the high school held their spring concert, and there was a special recognition for all the senior members of the program.
Additionally, for the school, as graduation comes to a near, senior exams are starting tomorrow, and there's a special schedule built around for that, so we will see how that goes tomorrow. FFA banquet was this past week, I believe. May 27th was the date. I believe Mr. Whitehead had gone with a bunch of other board members. Last night was the top 25 banquet, as many of you guys know. You guys were there. Thank you for honoring us at that event. It means a lot to me and Ethan and the rest of the top 25 class, sponsored by Unico.
To continue with our district events, congratulations to the JFK Para-Educator, Mrs. Panjoti, who was recently selected at Southington Public Schools 2026 Para-Educator of the Year. We're really proud of her and thankful to have her in our community. Yesterday, JFK celebrated America's 250th anniversary with school-wide activities, and all students were encouraged to wear red, white, and blue. Sixth graders designed commemorative to America 250 stamps. Seventh graders took part in a Declaration of Independence scavenger hunt, and eighth graders attended a presentation by Thomas Angels from History Without Walls. Today marks the annual 8th grade field trip to Holiday Hill, where students from JFK and Apollo had opportunities to connect and bond as they prepared to transition into the high school. And last week, Oshana held a special assembly to thank the Southington first responders and inspired by the 5th grader Keegan Hill's CT Kid Governor platform. Students created thank you cards for each department, and students heard stories from the first responders and got to explore their special vehicles.
On the sports side of things, the spring season is coming to a close. The baseball team, after a very solid comeback victory, is now moving on to state semifinals. And the softball team is also headed to the state semifinals. The baseball team hosts Fairfield Ludlow on Saturday, and softball team hosts NFA on Friday. Both games will be at home. The boys and girls tennis teams wrapped up their state tournament this past week, and both the boys and girls have invitational level players playing this weekend. I am one of them, and we will be playing this Sunday at Hall High School and Conard High School.
To follow up, the track and field team had a very successful state Class LL meet this past Saturday. The boys team finished 4th overall, with many of the boys finishing in the top 10 individually. In addition, the girls team finished 9th in the state, with also many girls being in the top 10 individually. And then a special congratulations to Megan Kasica, who won the state championship in the pole vault. And this weekend is the state open, where many of the athletes will be finishing and competing.
And once again, thank you for having us this year on your Board of Education. It means a lot to us to voice our opinions.
Our
and
pleasure.
Thank you for being with us.
I know the next level will do just as well. Thank you.
Hey, any questions for our reps? Any comments about our reps?
You guys were wonderful, and we're gonna miss you. So good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Make sure you come back and
Bring
visit.
the
Tell us what you're doing.
We would definitely will.
Excellent. All right, we're looking for communications from Board of Education members. Mr. Brown?
Yes, I'd like to announce the annual food drive in honor of late Southington teacher Cheryl Jankura. She was an art teacher at the high school and also the elementary schools. This is being done by Bread for Life. It's the 7th annual Cheryl Jankura Memorial Food Drive. It's going to run from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, June 13th at Bread for Life, which is on 31 Vermont Avenue in Southington. The items collected will help supplement the meals provided through the nonprofit summer lunch program. This is a quote, "Simply having lunch can be a challenge for children who receive free meals at school. When summer comes and school is out, there is a food gap, and Bread for Life steps in to fill it." That's a quote from Missy Cipriano, Executive Director of Bread for Life. Last summer, we prepared and served thousands of lunches for Southington children in need. The wish list for the summer program includes water bottles, juice boxes, granola, breakfast bars, fruit cups, fruit snacks, chips, cookies, vegan ones. I'm kidding, sorry. Pudding and other individually packaged items. This is to celebrate visual arts teacher Cheryl Jankura, who taught for 36 years in Southington. This year, they're also honoring 4 other retired longtime Southington school standouts who have also died in the past year. Deputy Superintendent of Schools Dr. Angela Coppola, elementary and middle school nurse Eileen Tompkins, high school football coach Jude Kelly, and music teacher Conrad Gazzo. Thank you.
This actually would be a very good thing if the outsider would be interested in publishing something about that. That would be a great way of getting it some additional, some airplay.
And if you need the information, you can take my script.
Thank you. Mrs. Clark?
Yeah, I just wanted to make everyone aware, the America 250 activities have been rolling out at the schools today. Quite a few of them had, I believe Flanders had activities. Darrenowski, I believe, is on the 10th, but all the schools are partaking in America 250, as well as the rest of the community. And if you're interested in any of the activities that are going on, there is on the town website, on the calendar of events, you can see everything that is going on, and it's going to be going on all through June.
Nice.
Obviously, the week before 4th of July, we're going to have more activities going on, and it's going to be going through the rest of the year. So you might want to take a look. I know on June 20th, when SOCA does their pottery sale on the town green, we're also going to have an America 250 tables. Businesses, organizations are all going to be down there celebrating our 250th birthday. So take a gander, and hopefully you can come on down on the 20th.
Nice. Anyone else? I just want to say real quickly about last night was the Unico Top 25 dinner celebrating the top 25 graduates of Southington High School, as well as the induction to the National Italian Honor Society. Dawn, Cecil, and Sean were there last night with myself and Mr. Medancy, Mr. Arroyan. Just, guys, super impressive. I mean, we've said it many times up here. Don't judge a district by standardized test scores. Judge a district by the students that it produces. And if you heard what these kids were doing I say kids, these young adults are doing what they've accomplished. And I heard today, just a moment ago, that they're accomplishing these things while keeping this massive stable of other activities going on in the background. Judge our students, judge our district by what we produce as our students. So congratulations to you guys and to the whole class of 2026.
Yeah.
And thank you to Unico, 81st year in a row that this program has been going on. So thank you to the Unico organization. To the administration.
Thank you. As we know, it's a busy time of the year, so while you at Unico last night, Mrs. Clark, Ms. Camuso, and I were at the SEF. And as always, the graduation package pulled in the most money in the live auction. I think it was the parking that sold it, the special VIP parking.
You were very good, Mr. Pepe. You waited until the bids got
We
to
let
a
it
really good
rise.
spot, and
Mr.
then-
Gary did a good
yeah,
job.
You did a great job.
Yes. Parent Advisory Group, Mrs. Zaresco is going to give us a quick update.
Thank you. Last week on the 27th, the Pupil Services Department held its first Parent-Teacher Advisory Group meeting. So we welcomed parents and staff with conversation starters in small groups around what's going well, what we could look to for sessions next school year, and how to set up regular meetings. So more to come with that.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
The next item, I'd like to call Dr. Layton up, and she's going to give you just a balcony view of the scale district participation.
Good evening. We are so thrilled that Southington Public Schools has been selected to participate in a statewide initiative called SCALE. SCALE stands for the Student-Centered Assessment for Learning. And in this initiative, the state is partnering districts like Southington with the National Center for Assessment to provide some professional learning and some coaching for us to build our capacity in the district so that we can implement an assessment system that is balanced and sensible. We think that through this work, we'll be able to pursue some questions like, do we have the right assessments in place to get the information we really need to drive student learning without over-assessing? And how do we use the information we get from these assessments to truly accelerate student learning and growth? So we're really excited to begin the work this fall, and we look forward to sharing with you the outcomes from the partnership. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. As Archie had mentioned, we were able to surprise our Parent of the Year, Mrs. Stevens, Mrs. Passamano, Mr. Vedancy, and myself, and to watch her in action, to go and to surprise Mrs. Panayiotti in front of the kids was incredible. And I just want to take a moment to read just a small portion of the nomination for her, because it really summarizes who she is. Mr. Gadini writes that Mrs. Panayiotti is one of the most impactful paraeducators I've worked with in my career. She does more than support instruction. She transforms struggling students into confident, independent learners. Students consistently describe her as the one of the kindest paras they've ever had, and nothing that she ever does always helps us when we're stuck. Gives clear instructions, never gives up on us. More importantly, they trust her. They know she will support her. They know that she will support them while also holding them accountable. Her work is deeply intentional and instructional. And what was amazing is when we surprised her, all she kept saying was that she just does what she needs to do. And she couldn't see why she was being singled out as something more than. So it really summarized who she is. We thank her. And the last bit is the kindness bench dedications next week. We've got two. Tuesday is Strong School, and Wednesday is Thalberg.
South Bend is on Tuesday as well, is it not?
I think so,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
didn't have
about
that
my, I'm thinking about my calendar,
Oh.
and I was filling in times, and you have to be here at this time, and I know South End was on there.
Busy time of the year.
Yes,
Busy
indeed.
time.
Best time, yeah.
All right, any questions for the administration? No? Okay. We will move on now to communications from the public on agenda items. Would anybody like to speak about something that's on the agenda this evening? No? Going once? All right, seeing none, we will move on to our committee reports, and we will start with the Curriculum Instruction Committee. Mr. Brown?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The board already has copies of this. We had we had a very long meeting. We had 17 courses that we considered. So instead of reading the entire summary of each course, which would take us probably 45 minutes, I'm going to, it is all available to the public. You can go online and find it. The board also has it. So I'm going to go through just the names of the courses for what we discussed. And these were all passed unanimously. There was no controversy about any of them. It's terrific work by our teachers, the innovation, the tying of the coursework into the real world and what's useful for students is just impressive. It really is. So I'm going to go through the courses now, and if you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them. So the first one is SHS World Language Year 3, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and Latin revised curriculum. By the way, the Foreign Language Department does an incredible job of taking when I remember when I was in high school, foreign language, we did the grammar and all that stuff, and the diagramming center, all that stuff. This is really the culture, the recent, what's going on. It's incredible what they do. Second course is SHS World Language Year 4, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and Latin revised curriculum. The next one is Common Lit 360 new curriculum. The next one is SHS English Grade 9 Unit 1 revised curriculum. The next one is SHS English Grade 10 Unit 1 revised curriculum. Then SHS English Grade 11 Unit 1 revised curriculum. And SHS Agricultural Science Wildlife Global Conservation, new curriculum. And that's another department that has done a lot of work to create new courses and to make useful for students for careers, et cetera. So we should be very proud of that whole department. SHS World Agricultural Science Wildlife, Biology, and Conservation, new curriculum. SHS Agricultural Science, Aquaculture, revised curriculum. SHS Agricultural Science, Horticultural, Floral Design, revised curriculum. And then we have Illustrative Math, Grade 7, Accelerated, new curriculum. SHS Accounting 1, revised curriculum. SHS Business Law, revised curriculum. SHS Computer Essentials, revised curriculum. And SHS Marketing 1, revised curriculum. So the committee does terrific work. It was a long meeting, and the teachers do absolutely amazing work, and I could not be prouder of all. All those were passed unanimously. Move forward.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Brown or the committee? Just as a visual, so
Yeah, but our
it
backup,
sounds like
yeah.
there's a lot of things there, but this is the curriculum that they all worked on. So we talk about the hours and hours of work that get done behind the scenes. Here's an example of it. So thank you all very much for all of that. Okay, we'll move on to the Finance Committee report. Ms. Camuso?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I'm just going to provide a summary of, everybody has the minutes from the meeting and as well as the accompanying documentation. So the administration presented a proposal for a new 5-year copier lease to replace the current lease with Automated Business Solutions, ABS, which expires at the end of this June, 2026. The proposal includes 54 new Sharp copiers and the repurposing of 26 existing Canon copiers with lower volume going to locations with lower usage across the district. The proposal also includes the PaperCut print management system, which is a software, and maintenance, as well as toner. The formal bid process was waived in accordance with BOE Purchasing Policy 3320. Pricing was evaluated against 3 pre-bid consortiums, and ABS offered significantly lower pricing than all of these consortium options. I'll just provide a little more detail on that since we did have a lot of conversation. A full replacement of all 80 copiers would have resulted in an estimated 46% to 110% in cost increase. So by reusing these 26 existing copiers, the district avoids that significant escalation. With also the retirement of the high school copy attendant, that's something that was brought to our attention. The large production copier will be removed and replaced with 2 new user-friendly high-speed copiers. The committee also reviewed the detailed copier spreadsheet, which Mr. Fickle put together. That's in your packet as well, confirming that high-usage, high-service call machines will be replaced, while the low-usage, low-service call machines will be kept, and all of those are 5 years or less, 5 years old or less. And the vendor confirmed necessary security software updates will be available on all 26 of those retained copiers. The Sharp proposal comes in under the fiscal 27 budget at a projected annual cost of $223,839, which is a 1.69% increase. So I move to approve a 5-year copier lease with Automated Business Solutions as presented by the administration.
Second. A motion by Ms. Camuso, second by Mrs. Clark. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, so next, the administration provided an update regarding Nelts of Connecticut, which was previously awarded mowing services at 3 school sites, Hatton, South End, and Thalberg, under bid 2026-07. On April 30th, Nelts notified the district they were terminating services effective immediately, and none of the sites had been mowed at the time of the notice. So the affected sites, were reassigned to existing bidders who had originally bid on those locations, as demonstrated in your packet. The overall increase is $9,120 for the 2026 growing season. The decision to award at original bid pricing rather than rebid was made to ensure continuity and balance potential fuel cost fluctuations over a 3-year term. The award was approved by the superintendent, so it's more informational for you. And moving on to the food service report, the administration reviewed the food service income statement through April 30th, 2026 with the committee, and the year-to-date net income is $21,984. The annual state match school lunch grant of $20,530 was received in April. Meal counts continue to be lower than the previous year, and the monthly count was lower than March due to the April school break having fewer serving days. Negative meal debt is $19,270 as of April 30, and the district continues to active outreach to families and is in process of mailing letters home to families owing more than $100. Finally, the administration provided an update on the BOE operating budget showing a projected shortfall of $279,036 for fiscal year 25-26. Key details from the latest financial summary are also included in that packet. The district continues to address student needs while limiting spending district-wide. There are 2 more payroll cycles that remain, along with several variable costs such as electricity, gas, and heat, and with final invoices expected to come well into July, making that final projection a bit difficult at this point to make. So given the shortfall, the Finance Committee reached consensus to recommend going to the Board of Finance to request an appropriation. So with that, I move to have the administration and board chair request an appropriation from the Board of Finance at their June 17, 2026 meeting to fund the projected shortfall for fiscal year 25-26.
Second.
We have a motion from Ms. Camuso, a second from Mrs. Clark. Is there any discussion? Okay, for that, would you just call the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Camuso?
Yes.
Mrs. Carmody?
Yes.
Mrs. Clark?
Yes.
Mrs. Darrenowski on Astasio?
Yes.
Mr. O'Shana?
Yes, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And that concludes my report.
Excellent. Are there any questions for Ms. Camuso or the committee? No. All right. Thank you very much. We will move now to the superintendent's report.
Move to approve the personnel report as submitted by the Human Resources Department.
Second.
A motion, Mrs. Clark, second by Mrs. Carmody. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Now we'll move on to old business. Town government communications? No, I have none either, so we'll move on to
Yes.
Mrs. Darrenowski Anastasio. You have a
Yes.
couple of motions.
Sure. Move to approve the Board of Education approve policy 3440 as presented by the Policy and Personnel Committee.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Move that the Board of Education approve policy 5141.6 as presented by the Policy and Personnel Committee.
Second?
We have a motion, second by Mrs. Carmody. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Thank you
Done.
very much.
You're very welcome.
Mr. Brown, I believe you have a motion?
Yes, move the Board of Education approve the SHS World Language French Year 5, Unit 6, revised as presented by the Curriculum and Instruction Committee.
Second?
A motion and a second by Mrs. Clark. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. All right, then we have a bunch of first reads. I guess I need to read these. So it's SHS World Language Year 3. These are the ones Mr. Brown just mentioned in that large packet we listed. Year 3 revised curriculum, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and Latin. SHS World Language Year 4 revised curriculum, Spanish, French, Italian, Chinese, and Latin. Common Lit 360, grade 6, 7, and 8, new curriculum. SHS English grade 9, Unit 1 revised. SHS English grade 10, Unit 1 revised. SHS English grade 11, Unit 1 revised. SHS Agricultural Science Wildlife Global Conservation, that's new. SHS Agricultural Science Wildlife Biology and Conservation, new curriculum. SHS Agricultural Science Aquaculture revised curriculum. SHS Agricultural Science Horticulture Floral Design revised. Illustrative Math Grade 7 accelerated. SHS Accounting 1 revised curriculum. SHS Business Law revised curriculum. SHS Computer Essentials revised curriculum. And SHS Marketing 1 revised curriculum. Those are all in our packet. It's all on our board book website or the town Board of Ed website if anybody's interested. And we'll be taking actions at our next meeting. All right, we move on to public communications on non-agenda items. Would anybody like to speak about something that was not on the agenda? Okay, going once, hearing none. Move to adjourn. We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Look at that.